They should have been on their way to the supermarket, but instead truckloads of healthy oranges are being dumped in piles around the country. The growers and farmers say there's an easy way to stop it.
It is a terrible waste. Orange orchards laden with ripe fruit are being slashed to pieces. Other farmers are letting their healthy oranges fall to the ground to rot. And many more farmers are sending juicy oranges to graveyards around the nation.
What do we do?
Because no one wants to take it.
Well, it's got a mark on it, so who's going to eat an orange with a mark?
1,500 semi-trailers have so far dumped good fruit in graveyards like this around the country.
Have you ever seen a year like this?
Never.
Vito
No,
Mansiri is a third-generation orange farmer from Griffith in the New South Wales Riverina and chairman of the local co-op.
You know, I had growers call me up crying, not wanting to go in their orchards for weeks.
La Niña has not been kind to our farmers. Wet weather and hail has wreaked havoc on our fruit bowl staple, resulting in orange skins being a little bubbly and others with pockmarks.
Superficial damage, you know, the hail comes along and creates a little divot in the fruit. You know, a little tiny mark, usually less than a 5-cent piece.
Gotcha.
And with the rain causes a condition called albedo breakdown or puffy skin. So you might see like little lumps in the skin.
Yep.
But the actual fruit itself, untouched.
So what's that like inside?
Let's have a look.
Boy, it's got plenty of juice in it.
Perfect.
To me, that looks fine.
Mate, you're not going to get much better than that.
Farmers say fussy shoppers and supermarkets around the wet east coast of Australia have caused all this dumping.
Superficial damage that's just gone through with the weather that we've had, and it's just created very unattractive fruit.
This lot was recently rejected by a major supermarket chain in Sydney and returned back to the farmer only to be dumped. All because customers didn't like the look of it.
When the supermarkets are sending the truckloads back to you here at the farm, that must be heartbreaking.
You know, it comes a point of time we've got to realise that something superficial, like a little mark on an orange, is not going to take away from the flavour.
Is the problem consumers want pretty fruit?
You know, everybody wants something pretty, especially the dollars that are charged now by our supermarkets. I can tell you we're getting fractions of those sort of returns on our orchard.
So on this farm here, Brady, I reckon there's about 600 bins on the ground or left on the trees, and the dollar value would be easily somewhere around 150,000.
Orange farmer Bart Briganti has chosen not to dump, but hack his fruit into the ground simply because
no one wants them.
Majority has gone to the cows or just dumped in a paddock somewhere.
While citrus farmer Chris Schripper has dumped some, he counts himself lucky that overstocked juice factories agreed to buy a little of his crop, but it cost him more to send it to them.
Anywhere between $100 and $120 a tonne. So,
And how much are you getting for juicing?
60, 65 at tops.
And to do that, he and other farmers had to pay the fruit pickers, who are doing all right.
The best of them, at least $500 a day.
Just to pick it, we're over $100 to pick it. Freighting it, it could be up to $100 on top. So a tonne.
Gee.
So the cheapest option you've got is to cut it off and then strip it to the ground.
When someone goes into the supermarket, they don't want to see that. But we've sort of got to re-educate ourselves, don't we?
Yeah, look, to aim for perfect pieces of fruit, that comes at a cost.
Some, though, are embracing the ugly fruit.
Today in the truck we've got about 25 tonnes of oranges, which is about 100,000 oranges in total.
Two mates, both called Josh, set up Farmer's Pick. They source unwanted fruit and veg with slight blemishes and sell it for 30% less than supermarkets to online customers, like Michelle and Cameron.
It's more than just the money sort of side of it. It's the amount of food that we're saving from waste.
Are you the amazing, awesome, beautiful humans? I love it, and I love that they're going to go to fill hungry bellies filled with nutrition, vitamin C.
Other unwanted stock is being sent and graciously received to charities such as Oz Harvest,
Okay, tuck in.
who will give it to those who are struggling financially. Founder Ronnie Khan.
Oz Harvest is rescuing the equivalent of 250 tonnes of food a week.
It's awesome to know that guys like Oz Harvest can do something with it and get it out to families that need it.
But the vast majority of good, juicy oranges this season is going to waste. Not that Bart's dog minds.
Crazy, isn't it? Meanwhile, we're paying top dollar for oranges right now as the short supply of unblemished fruit has sent prices soaring.